Hello friends, today we will tell you about Nutrigenetic study of probiotic fermentation techniques and active ingredients to improve human immunity and prevent chronic respiratory disease as a group. I hope it is informative for all of them. First, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, in other words COPD, is defined as a heterogeneous chronic inflammatory process of the airways involving the destruction of adjacent alveoli and vessels. COPD disease is increasing in the world and currently it is the fourth in the United States. It is the leading cause of death. Environmental factors, lifestyle, smoking are among the reasons. In fact, long-term smoking accounts for 90% of COPD. We wanted to show the active ingredients in the picture on the site. COPD can cause DNA damage and epigenetic change. Some micronutrients such as vitamins, minerals, carotenoids, and phenol contain powerful antioxidant and methyl data protease and are often used in the treatment of diseases. It is known that the intake of antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, fish consumption have positive effect on respiratory symptoms.
Fruit and vegetable consumption contains lower markers of oxidative stress and inflammation. Certain minerals reduce the risk and symptoms of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. In general, whole grains are of high interest in chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Limited studies have shown that there is a direct relationship between vitamin D levels taken, mainly due to the sun exposure in addition to diet. Probiotics could serve as a possible treatment for patients with COPD. It improved in the use of probiotics for lung microbiota and pathogen infections, such as Lactobacillus rhamnosus, regulates respiratory immune response, protecting from H1N1 influenza virus. And Lactobacillus calmsii can stimulate immune cell migration, inducing cytokine expression, and decreasing passengers, increasing natural killer cell activity in COPD smoker patients.
Hello, Professor. I'm Hui Yu Zhang. I'll introduce the next two parts of the PowerPoint. There are two main functional components in our production. One of the functional components is lactic acid bacteria. Lactic acid bacteria has many good characteristics, such as improving intestinal flora, helping digestion, weight loss, and its metabolism can also treat some chronic diseases. So we choose lactic acid bacteria and its metabolites to treat chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Another functional component is cordyceps synthesis. In terms of COPD treatment, various plants have been used in many countries for thousands of years, have shown some promising clinical results for COPD treatment. About the food production technology, we fermented cordyceps and probiotics to get fermented drinks. And the shelf life evaluation, we use the viable count methods to evaluate the shelf life of product. When the viable bacteria count exceeds 1000 CFU per milliliter, we consider that the food has gone bad, and our products are packed in glass bottles because glass material is safer to touch food, more recyclable, and environment friendly.
We designed a therapeutic model to test the functionality of the fermented food we desired. We choose 6 weeks older C57 male mice as our animal model. 1 week was spent to allow the mice to adapt to their new environment before starting the experiment. Then we divided the mice into 3 groups, namely normal groups, modern group, and jargon group. The normal group breathes fresh air fairly for 8 weeks, and Givashi Smiland at the 3rd week. The modern and jargon group lit 14 cigarettes per day and allowed the mice to absorb the smoke for 13 minutes per day for 8 weeks. At the 3rd week, the modern group was gouache with Smiline and the dragon group was gouache with our fermented food. Finally, we are recording the status of mice, examination, the launch of mice, and the level of information in mice. We found an article demonstrating the effect of probiotic on the mouse model of COPD caused by cigarette smoke. Using the experimental procedure on the lab, they found lower mental proteins in the large tissues and lower large remodeling in mouse that received the treatment. This suggests a potential therapeutic effect of probiotic fermented function food on COPD disease. Nutrition and diet can interact with the immune systems, creating a higher impact on the gut microbiota. Probiotic use, especially early in life, is a protective factor for the onesis and the progression of respiratory disease, especially in the large and the modification of the microbiota of the high weight. In the coming years, it will provide an advanced treatment method in this fitness with personalized diet and prepare according to people's genius predispositions. Food is one of the most important medical and should be individualized. Here is our reference. This is our entire presentation. Thanks you for listening.